All right, welcome back, everybody. So we're on the pay to win account as always, and there's a new event coming up, and I kind of want to talk about it because, from my understanding, I'm not sure how I feel about it. So, as you guys know, when you go to this fusion, you can fuse Lady Mikage, and if you look, I actually have every champion, including all of the epics here. I have two of most of them except for a couple, but I could fuse this champion if I just grinded up the rest of these epics, pushed everyone to 6-star, ascended it. And then we get Lady Mikage. Now, I know Lady Mikage is really good, but she's a support champion. And here's where I'm trying to decide, do I go for this champion or not? So I'm just going to quickly go over the ability that she has, and then we'll get into the event. So here, attacks with their A1. You have one random ally from the Shadowkin faction join with their default skill and place a shield equal to 10% of the champion's max HP on the lowest HP for 2 turns. So if you don't have a second Shadowkin, then you're not getting this extra attack. Seems okay. Attacks all enemy, decreases the duration of all enemy buffs and all ally debuffs by 1 turn. That's pretty good. Then increases the duration of all enemy debuffs and all ally buffs by 1 turn. So this is really, really good turn. Pretty much increase all of your buffs, decrease all of your debuffs, increase their debuffs, decrease their buffs. Pretty good. I really like that ability. And on our A3, 50% increase attack and crit damage on all allies. This is really, really good. Then teams up with all allies to attack a single target. The joining allies use their default skill. This reminds me of Cardiel's ability as well. And then obviously you can transform. If we transform, you have a sleep chance, which is pretty good. Nothing crazy. You get a stun on all. Stun and turn decrease. Turn meter decrease. You have 50% increase accuracy. And then also remove all buffs from all enemies and place a 25% weaken for 2 turns. So this champion does seem really good. Start of this champion's turn, decrease the turn meter of the enemy with the highest attack by 15%. And in her normal phase, she gets remove all debuffs from the ally with the highest attack. So this seems like a really good champion that has a lot of good uses, but she is a support type champion. And here's what I am thinking. So if you go to the event, you have this ability to get these webs, right? You get these spider webs. There's no events going. There is a tournament going right now that I haven't even looked at. And obviously, as you see, some of these are pretty good, right? Some 4-star chickens. You get a shard or 2 here, epic book. You get a nice immortal stone here, some oil, a nice void, legendary tomb, which is really good, mythic tomb, which is good, primal shard. You get a 5-star chicken, a barrel, eternal coins. So I feel like a lot of these, rewards are pretty good just to go for. But this 4-star soul, unfortunately, I don't think is insane, right? So I'm just gonna go to awaken here. I'm gonna go to my champions. I'm going to find a 4-star soul if I have one. I don't think I actually... Okay, Man-Eater has a 4-star soul. So we're just going to go to his abilities. So now for legendaries, it is going to be a little bit more. I believe if we go to Siffy... So you're going to get 7,500 HP. Really, really good. The attack doesn't really matter as much because she's a support type champion, and I just don't think that you're going to get a huge benefit. I mean, even with the increased defense is pretty good, and outside of that, the 4-star only gives you 38% crit rate, I believe, or crit damage, see 38%. If it was a 5-star soul, I think I would be way more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like excited to get it, or even thinking about getting it more, because the resist on the support champion would be a lot better. You get the accuracy, you get the resist, you strengthen your team's aura, depending on obviously the blessing you choose. But when it comes to that, like the resist would be really good. The accuracy could be really good. But for the most part, I just feel like stopping at a 4-star is really weird. And I don't think it's that much better compared to just a 1-star. So let me know down below, is the 1-star, in my opinion, is almost just as good as the 4-star soul. If I'm mistaken, please let me know down below. And before we continue, as you know, we are at 399 subscribers at the time of this video. We are 101 away from 500. And I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. I'm going to play you on rock, paper, scissors for it. So if I win, you subscribe. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, I threw paper. So if you threw rock, you owe me a subscription. So again, and this, I believe, is only this is for 2 weeks, but is it really worth grinding through everything to try and get this 4-star soul? I feel like this is more for, I mean, super late game. Do you even want this? Like, I don't have Lady Mikage, but even, I'm eventually going to get her. I'm eventually going to use her. Is it worth to just grind out for this 4-star soul? If you're in a position where you're not getting Lady Mikage anytime soon, is it even worth grinding up to just get this? Who knows when you're going to get that? So I'm really on the fence about this. And I feel like if it was a 5-star soul, which they've done for everything else, which is kind of confusing to me, right? Every other thing we've gotten, with Rathalos, Alatreon, Nergigante, this new fusion champion, the old, what was he, Powderick or whatever his name was, he was also a 5-star. I feel like it's always been, Armand's was a 5-star. So why has it always been 5-star souls, but for Lady Mikage is a 4-star soul? I wonder what reason did they bring it down to 4 stars? I just don't understand. So let me know down below your thoughts, what you think about this champion. Do you think this event is worth getting? Do you think it's worth pushing for? Do you guys think I should push for it? Do you guys want to see content on it? Even for this tournament, what's the tournament right now? Fire Night Turn Attack. So I can at least push all the way up to, I can push this fairly easily. And I will put out a video tomorrow on a very easy way to push points in Fire Night that does not take as much energy as you may think. But for the most part, I just want to kind of go over this and get some info on what you guys think, because I just don't think is as good as I would have hoped it would have been for a mythic champion, especially with how hard it is to get her. I feel like the 5-star soul would have been infinitely better because she's a support champion. But again, that's just kind of my opinion. So let me know your opinion. Give me all the info. Backseat me. Help me learn a lot more about this game. But that's all the time I have for you guys. So now, as always, until next time, guys, Senpai out.